Bhuta Stunandi Divyaistavai Vedai Sangapada Kramopanishadai Gayantiyam Samagaha Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Read verse number 36. Dhyutam Chalayatam Asmi Tejas Tejasvinamaham Jayosmi Vyavasayosmi Sattvam Sattvavatamaham Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandavanam Dhananjaya Muninam apiham vyasah Kavinam usana kavihi Dando damayatam asmi Nitirasmi jigishatam Maunam chaivasmi guhyanam Jnanam jnanavatamaham Dando damayatam asmi Nitirasmi jigishatam Maunam chaivasmi guhyanam Jnanam jnanavatamaham. All these verses that we are seeing through are verses for contemplation, to recognize infinity, infinite, the changeless in unto the changes, immortality in unto the mortal, changing, dying body. Not to lose sight of the immortality in the mortality, nor to lose yourself in the mortality and lose sight of the immortality. While looking at the wave, enjoying the beauty of a tiny wave, do not fail to appreciate the majesty of the ocean in the tiny wave. You can sit down on a tiny rock, but do not miss the presence of the mountain as you are sitting down there. If you can see that, the ocean in the wave, while looking at the wave, appreciate the mountain by sitting down on a stone, now how far it is for you to appreciate the vast universe in your own body. You cannot describe the universe or say that word universe without taking your body into account. As we saw, if this is the language of the perceived creation, where there is micro body and the macro universe, if you think in terms of consciousness, the same body becomes a jiva, jivati, alive and conscious, and the whole creation, a living universe, call it Ishvara. That is why in the tradition, the creation, every aspect of it is worshipped. Just like any tiny cell from your body is you. From any little cell, they can clone you. Science today helps us to understand. Just like you got lunar dust, the dust from the earth, cosmic dust, the dust from the cosmos, galaxies, all are one and the same. To appreciate that, you need to contemplate, because seeing, understand, to see, to recognize ocean in a wave, eternity in a moment. Right where you are sitting down, it looks like a small place. Ashram, Tiruvannamalai, Adiyannamalai, Tiruvannamalai. But that tiny place also, India, Asia, Earth. The same thing is solar system, universe, also Ishvara. In this, the place is not expanding, your vision is expanding. We have seen it when you are discussing about Ishvara concept. Again and again, going back to that, so that it gets reconfirmed in yourself. The same spot where you see the local place, local district, state, country, continent, the planet, solar system, galaxy, universe. Nothing happens to understand. Nothing happens to the place. The place is not expanding. Your mind only is expanding. Same way. Where you see a physical body, previously because of ignorance, I was looking at the body as isolated. Now I clearly see this physical body also part of the whole cosmic existence. As even this body, I am at once body as well as bodiless awareness. The same thing, the whole universe. Consciousness with the total body and mind. You want to call it Ishvara, take it. Call it macrocosm, alpha, beta, anything you like. But at no time you can exist away from the totality. And at any time, if the totality chooses to take a form, like the ocean, suppose stands as a Mr. Ocean, you may see as a tiny form, but what it represents is the vast ocean of which every wave is a part. So when Ishvara says I, everything is included. That is why, as long as your I, the individuality, exists independently, that long there is a sense of fear, alienation, separation. Body has no fear. Understand that whole mechanism. Body has no fear. Deho na janati, body does not know. That is why there is no fear in physical universe. Emotion is not physical. Mountains, planets, stars, volcanoes, ocean, deserts, vast landscapes, or a tiny landscape, or a tiny dust, has no sense of fear, because there is no emotion in the physical universe. For emotion, you must be conscious. The mind must be developed. The sense of individuality must be there. So because of that individuality, I separate the body from the universe. Body has no sense of separation. I separate myself from totality. Call it Ishvara, God, whatever you like. That's why I have the fear. That is why for my fear to go, God is not going to bless me or curse me. Nobody can take it away until I understand myself. How simple and beautiful it is. Do not depend upon somebody to take away your fear. As long as your individuality is there, that is good enough to cause you fear, because that drags the limitation unto itself. Body has no sense of fear, no sense of dying or changing. But I say, I am the body, I am aging. So you have fear. You cannot change the body, but you can see yourself. Please see that mechanism. You cannot change the body from aging to agelessness. Even if you have discovered medicines, keep the body from 10 years to 10,000 years. But body shall pass. But who you are is ageless. So what you change is not the physical body, not your thoughts, not your emotions, but yourself. That is why self-awareness. Again and again Bhagavan says, Aham Atma, I am the self in all the beings. So know yourself. A very interesting story I was reading. In a small little story, it conveys so much if you know how to use it. One day there was a man in a village, very naughty fellow, miser. He will take everything from everybody, but he won't give anything to anybody. Happy to take, but giving, you won't give anything to anybody. So one day, he will go to a restaurant, eat food. The fellow asks for money. I didn't like it. Hey, you may not like it, but that doesn't mean you don't pay. But he will fight with you. I didn't like it. Why should I pay? He goes away. Naughty fellow. And nobody knows what to do with him because he is so stupid. Then one day, there's this, everybody, whoever is affected, they go and talk to him, talk to the king. The king knew, then he had the smart fellow, Gopal, like Tanali Raman, you have got a Gopal also. Anyway. So a very smart fellow, he said, hey, you fix up that fellow. And he is also a barber. And the barber, they say, Narana Napita Dhurta. Among the human beings, the barber is the smartest. Why do they call barber is the smartest? Because barber knows everybody's secret. Like when you go for, ladies especially do a lot of this, this facial and lifting the eye, this, that, all the ladies do that. Nowadays boys also do it. Anyway, so when you go to that beauty parlor or go to that, what is that one, the barber, he massages you, gives you massage and then cut your hair, it grooms you. So it takes a long time, and that is the time everybody is so relaxed, they start talking all personal things. So the barber knows everybody's secret. So you can be very smart. You know everybody's weakness, everybody's secret you know. Anyway, so this Gopal was a smart fellow. He said, okay, I'll do something. One day this man comes and says, can you cut my hair? He said, my God, this fellow has come now. Problem will be there. He said, look, one condition, you cut my hair. Everything should be exactly equal height. If one hair is longer than the others, I am not going to pay. Now what condition? He said, yes, okay, I'll do the same thing, I'll do that. No hair will be longer than the other. So the man sat down And then, as usual, he started giving the massage, head massage. Before you cut your hair, they give you the head massage. So he gave a nice head massage. And the head massage was so comfortable, the fellow snored. And when he got up and looked at the mirror, he couldn't believe he has completely shaved him off. He got so wild. He said, "How can you do that to me? You have, what is this cutting hair?" He said, "Look, what did you say? Every hair should be of same length. Now all of them of same length." True? Now he cannot say anything. He had to pay. So first time he had to pay somebody and go. Like that. You want to see the sameness in the universe? Cut off all your roles. All the roles are the growth in consciousness as though. Beginning from I, the individuality, to I am the body, I am the young, I am old, I am rich, I am poor, I am healthy, I am unhealthy, I am a man, I am a woman, I am mortal, dying, changing, everything. Growth on this. When you switch off every role, meaning thereby, see yourself who you are, in that there is no trace of a role. And that is something same in all the beings. Samoham sarvabhutesu. Sarvabhutesu aham samaha. In all the beings, I is the same. There is no masculine I, feminine I, Hindu I, Muslim I, Buddhist I, Christian I, Zoroastrian I. Also inside in you, there is no childhood I, youthful I, old age I. No. I, the meaning of it, is free from jati, niti kula gotra duragam, nama rupa guna dosha varjitam, desha kala visayati vartiyate, brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. What a verses. I hope you remember those things. Jati, niti, kula, gotra, duragam. Duram gacchati. That which is existing far away from the considerations of jati, niti, caste, creed, laws, expectations, dynasty, descendancy, everything. Nama rupa guna dosa varjitam. Free from the name, form, quality of every kind. Deshakala Vishaya Ativarti, Atitya Vartate, that which is existing beyond the limitations of time, place, objectivity, available at all times, all places, all conditions. This is something you must see in yourself. Do not pick it up as a piece of information. Do not be familiar with the description, but all these descriptions fit into you. In me, my own nature, awareness, remains ever the same. I don't need a thought to be. I don't need a name to be. My existence is independent of a name, a thought, an idea, a form of any kind. There is no touch of division of any kind. It's an indivisible, undifferentiated, pure awareness, samaha, contemplation. And that is Ishvara in you. That is why even when you go to any moment of happiness, you close your eyes. Why? You are being with yourself. You go to the mountains, you go to the ocean, you go to a temple, you close your eyes. Why? Because is that moment you are with yourself. To be happy is to be with yourself. You go to the temples and other things to see God or see something like that, again you close your eyes, be with yourself. Because you are the source. All that we have seen elaborately in the beginners' classes. Just see this. When you are aware, it becomes easier to appreciate this. When Bhagavan says, I am everything, you have absolutely no resistance. He When you already know who you are, now when he says this body also is mine, what is there to resist? Of course yours. I can't say this is me, nor I can say this is mine. Anything in this creation belonging to me? Think. The body is neither the I nor my. Aham, mama. Both do not exist here. The body has no sense of I. Does the body say, this is me? No. I only say, I am the body. Please see that. Your car doesn't say it belongs to you. You say the car belongs to you and get into trouble. Functionally, you can say everything is yours, but never take it seriously. Because at one time it shall go. It's like this body has come out of this creation. Even while being sustained, the creation contributes towards it. And then slowly, totally disintegrates in the body of the creation. Come out of it, sustained by it, onto that it goes back. It's like a massive iceberg. While floating in the water, continuously melting away. Then one day you see there is no iceberg. Physical body is like elemental ice, floating in the ocean of elements, slowly disintegrating. From the state of being a sperm and an egg in mommy's womb to a shapely human being coming out into the universe, growing, completely disintegrating into the same ocean of elements. Body has no resistance to these changes. I am the body, problem begins. Thoughts also have no resistance of any kind. Thoughts are thoughts. Memories are memories. So when God says, this is mine, of course. Why? Who I am is something other than all these things. So for some time, you use your body, use your mind, but at no time you are possessive about it or obsessive about it. Can you use it as an instrument? Yeah. Are you the only one like that? Everybody is divine. You are no way special, no way inferior, no way superior. Samoham sarvabhutesu, sarvabhutesu aham sama. In all the beings, I is same. Unconsciously also, please, if you have that sense of either superiority or inferiority, you will be in trouble. Understand? Nobody else will be in trouble. You only will be in trouble. If you consider yourself superior, you will be guarding against superior person to you. You will be afraid of meeting bigger people. Your arrogance will be punctured. If you consider yourself inferior, you are always down and out. There is nothing to feel small or big, sameness. Then appreciation of things as they are. This is my body. This is how it is. That is that body. That is how it is. Elephant is elephant. Man is man. Monkey is monkey. Well is well. Mountain is mountain. Star is star. A singer is singer. Painter is painter. Musician is musician. Scientist is scientist. Artist is artist. A wise man is wise man. Ignorant is ignorant. What is so special? Everything is same. And everybody must know about himself. Because ultimately everybody is as divine as other, as infinity as other. So go on to yourself. So the whole idea of teaching is to throw you back to yourself and not to lose yourself in the description and therefore competing with other people as a memories, who can remember more verses, who can remember more scriptures. Don't worry about it. Be yourself. Descriptions will automatically follow. Are you getting that point, please? If you get by heart a scripture or a mass of information, if you don't remember one word, the whole thing is finished. After some time, you shall also be repetitive. When you see yourself who you are, descriptions are eternally fresh because you are seeing yourself continuously. You are not remembering a verse. That is why this knowledge is so beautiful, so important. Every other knowledge, to remember it, you must remember it. Because when you teach physics, you are not physics. When you teach mathematics, you are not mathematics. You teach history, you are not history. Therefore, to teach physics, you must keep yourself abreast, updated with the latest development in the field of physics. If you do not do so, you shall be obsolete as a physics professor, or a history professor, or a chemistry professor. Whereas in case of self-knowledge, self-awareness, you are always with the latest, being yourself. That is why preparation not needed. Understand that. That is why unconsciously, if you find a security in the mass of information, yes, people shall be surprised by your scholarship, but you shall be always empty, incomplete, and there will be a sense of void within you. Bharashyavaha natu chandanasya. You will carry the load of sandalwood like a donkey without enjoying the fragrance of it. That is why unconsciously don't be ever proud of the mass of information, because you are the source on which informations depend. There is a book on Ganges. So many pictures. You have seen the Ganges. Which one is better? It's a coffee table book, all on Himalayan pictures. You have seen the mountain range. What book shall be more interesting than the real mountain and the river? Which book shall be more interesting than yourself, who you are? Understand? That is why books are used as a pointer. That is why nobody swear by the book. This is what the book says. Forget it. Forget it. If book says something wrong, I dismiss it. Why? Does it fit into myself? That conviction comes from you. That is why no authoritarian stuff. The book is the authority. Some guru is authority. Some person is authority. No. In the existence of anything, that anything is authority. Because of a geography book, Australia as a continent doesn't exist. Because the continent exists, book talks about it. Because of the physiology book, your stomach doesn't exist. Because the stomach exists, book talks about it. So book is not authority for the existence of thing, nor the medical doctor, nor the geographer. If it is so in this subject, same thing in self-knowledge, self-awareness. You are who you are, not because the book says so. Because you are who you are, the book reveals it. If the book doesn't reveal it, the book has to be discarded, not me. I am who I am, not because the teacher says so. Because I am who I am, teacher says so. If the teacher says anything else, teacher can be discarded, not me. Understand the power of wisdom. And you are the powerhouse, the source of everything. Recognize that. But if you unconsciously revel in information, unconsciously, please, you will only develop arrogance and there will be no vision. Watch out, watch out, watch out. The word that you speak must come from the source that you are. Repetition will be monotonous. If you see it what it is fantastic. If you repeat without seeing it, you yourself will be tired of the description. You also, if you listen without seeing, you will be tired of that repetition. Why? This Brahman I have heard so many times. Brahman, So you are getting monotonous understanding. You are getting suffocated. You are getting bored by the sound of the same word. If you are with the meaning of it every time, it doesn't matter. Every day, why should I chant Purusha Suktam? Why? Same truth. It doesn't matter. For a change, shall I say, can you say that every day I am immortal, I am immortal. So for a change, shall I say you are mortal? Every day, Anandoham, I am the bliss, I am the absolute. What else can I say? Can you change the subject? The same thing every day, everywhere. And in the existence of yourself, nothing else is authority. You are the authority. The teacher hands it over. The scripture reveals. That is why there is no authoritarian statement in this. Your being yourself. So even in your gratitude, do not unconsciously make your teacher an authority. If you do so, you shall be a slave, not a master. If unconsciously also you make the book an authority, again you shall be a slave, not a master. And in case you consider yourself an authority because you understand the truth, again you shall be slave of an idea. Watch out. It's so subtle, so subtle. So in Kathopanishad you say, Kshurasya dhara duratya nishitaya, nishita duratya, durgama patastat kavayo vadanti. He Nachiketas, the path to this absolute, this pathless land, as sharp as a razor's edge. It will cut you before you know it. A sharp razor, you just touch it, before you know it has cut it, but you don't know. It's so sharp. The subtlety of this wisdom is so beautiful. Catch it, you are a master. Misunderstand, you are finished. Double-edged weapon. That is why be conscious. See yourself again and again. Contemplation is so much needed that I am everything. When Bhagavan says, I am everything, that sends you a clear message that you are no more divine than the others, or no way less divine than others. Everything is beautiful. You don't have a sense of arrogance or unnecessary humility. Samoham sarvabhutesh. And seeing the glory of everything, you appreciate. I don't have something, the other person has it. Wonderful. It'll come later on. We'll see that now. Okay? So now he goes on telling Vrishni Nam Vasudevosmi. Among the Vrishni Vansodbhava, I am the Vasudeva. Krishna says, in all these Yadavas, I am the Vasudeva, Krishna. Pandavanam Dhananjaya. Among the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya, you. Dhanamjaya. Dhananjaya means you have Dhanam Jayati. You are the one who has earned your respect. Some people inherit wealth. They are not great. Those who make wealth, they are great. Lucky, in wisdom, there is no inheritance. You have to know it for yourself. That is oh no, he is, that is, that great guru or that great religious person, his son. So, but most people, like in politicians, the prime minister's son will be next prime minister. The guru's son will be next guru. Are you nuts or what? At least wealth can be inherited. Wisdom cannot be inherited. Even the wealth also, you can inherit the wealth, but not the capacity to maintain or to create that wealth. So one who creates, he is great. Arjuna became famous, not because of inheritance, but he fought the battle, even defeated Indra, defeated Shiva. That is a Pasupat Astra he got. You know that story, okay? Suddhanandaji, Muninam apiham Vyasa. Among the Munis, I am Vyasa. Muni means Manana Shilavan, Muni. So Muni, and how beautiful these words are, Muni means a Rishi. What is a Rishi? Rishanti Jananditi Rishi. Those who know the truth, they are Rishi. Rishis don't know the truth. No sage ever knows the truth. Those who know the truth, you can call them sages. Muni, Manana Shilavan, those who contemplate upon the reality. Contemplative masters, Muni. They see the truth, always in contemplation, always with themselves. Always, see, understand please, contemplation is not a job. Being yourself is not a job. Being with a role perhaps needs effort. But being with a self, what should you do? Are you getting that point, please? Imagine, an actor, does it take an effort for the actor to be himself or to play the role? He has to continuously remember he is playing the role. What he is playing? We should not come back to that I am normal person. I am playing a role. You have to be very, very alert. But to be yourself, what alertness is needed? Because the person loses himself in the role, it looks like effort is needed to be yourself. What a thing. Are you getting that point, please? Because you lose yourself in the roles, therefore effort is needed. But if you see the roles as the roles, what effort is needed? Understand? Playing with your body, your sense organs, your thoughts, your memories. You have to consciously play every limited role. But to be yourself, what should you do? That is why contemplation is not a job, effort. You are with yourself. And among such people, Vyasa, I am the Vyasa. Why? Not only he understood, but wrote down. Vyasanat Vyasa. A simple truth. He wrote it down in 8 Mahapurana, Ashtadasa Mahapurana, 18 Mahapurana big books. Codified the Vedas like that. When you appreciate the reality for yourself, creativity is normal. You can talk, you can write, you can do anything. Comes up naturally. Therefore, don't look. Does somebody write? No. Then he is not a wise man. That's not. You are wise. There can be a spontaneous overflow. Sometimes you can write it in words. Sometimes you can just be ecstatic. You are with yourself. You can write a word, you can live a life, you can do anything. But ecstatic about everything. Even when you are planting a seed, looking after a garden, still you are wise. Anything you do, in that the wisdom will manifest itself. Because you are yourself. That is why every yadyat karma karomi tattadakhilam sambho tavaradhanam. Oh Lord, whatever I do is your worship. Remember that verse? Yad karosi, yadasnasi, yadjuhosi, dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tad kurushva madarpanam, yad karosi. Whatever you do, yadasnasi, whatever you eat, can you escape eating? Can you escape doing something, walking, seeing all these things? Hey Arjuna, tatkurusya madarpanam. Whatever you do, that is mine. Give me that. That is the offering. That is the worship. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. Leaf, water, anything. When you are with yourself, everything that you do automatically is Ishvara. So please see that. Vyasa. Kavinam Ushana Kavi. Among the Kavi, Krantadarshi, those who see beyond the perception. And the Ushana Kavi, Shukracharya, Bhargava. The Shukracharya. Okay. Danda Damayatam Asmi. Damayatam Dandamasmi. I am the one, danda, like a punishment, which keeps everything under control. Anybody who wants to keep anything under control, I am the force, using which they can control it. Ultimately, yourself brings the ultimate control over everything. Are you getting that point, please? Your ultimate control comes from yourself. Anytime you can control your senses, your thoughts, that time you are being conscious. You cannot be unconscious and under control. Are you getting that point, please? You cannot be unconscious and under control. Drunken driver. How much control it can have? Think. A drunken driver. How much control? F1 driver, before going to the drive, takes a peg of whiskey. Think that's super motorsport. Before going for a drive, will you take a whiskey and go? Absolutely conscious. Cars are 300 kilometers speed, but right on the track. F-16 flight, super conscious. These fellows are total in meditation, but they don't know that. A tennis player, somebody playing music. Why are you talking only high-profile things? Even if you are planting a seed, you are conscious. You are just look at a person who is putting the salt in the curry. Not enough. Little bit. Exactly right. What is that he's doing? Totally conscious. But he doesn't know that. He thinks he's putting salt in the curry. No, even that also is meditation. In fact, every action is meditation. I've told you already. Meditation is not an isolated experience, isolated action. Every experience is meditation because you are with yourself. If you lose sight of yourself in anything, that's a problem. That will create problem for you later on. Understand? Very, very conscious. That is why dandam, control. Damayatam asmi, I am the one, ultimate control. Being conscious of myself. And this control is not controlling somebody. It is controlling yourself. You can be a king, control everybody, but the drinks control you. What type of master you are? Master of people, slave of a drink. One emotion can destroy you. Anger, hatred, jealousy, infatuation. One little emotion. You can be the king of kings, but you are a slave of a habit. When you give this type of statement, people feel very powerful, empowered. Why? You may be king of kings, but you are a slave of a habit. When I am telling that, I must look at myself. Am I a king of kings or am I a slave of a habit? Why? Talking has become a habit. So I give all wonderful statement, but I am the slave. Ayyo, dangerous. That is the language you can be used only by a teacher again for the student. As a friend to friend, person to person, even between husband and wife, lover, beloved, any personal lessons, don't go on saying you. It's a bad word. I don't think I should do this. If I am in your position, I will not do it. That's the best way of talking. Share some thoughts. You want to talk on anger. Don't say, you should not be angry. If you are angry, you shall be spoiling yourself. High profile rubbish. Don't say. Tell your experience. I can see my thought, and any time I lose sight of my thought, if I lose sight of myself, I jump into the thought, that becomes the moment of problem. And that is true for all. Everybody will grab it. But if you go on that using that word, you, it becomes very rude and harsh. Nobody listens to it. Everybody switches off. Come back. Say, only when you are in the position of a teacher, a guru, authority, not in an authoritative sense of the term, Guru Shishya Sambhada, that time the person can use the word you. But the teacher also, while telling, must be very conscious what words is using. Or else you will pick up that habit, you. No. What Bhagavan says, aham, 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 I. I am everything. And when he says I am everything, Arjuna is included. In God's eye, everybody is included. Understand? When President says, I am declaring the war against another country, you like it or not, you are included. You can't say, he has declared, let him fight. No. Your eye is included. You are helplessly included. Understand? Dandadamayatam, conscious. Niti rasmi jigishatam, the people who are victorious in life, they have got certain principles. That principle is me. And what is the ultimate principle? Again, yourself. Can you be a conscious individual? Doing nothing for your sake. There is no such thing which shall make you better than who you are. If you are doing something for happiness' sake, trying to fulfill up your emptiness, you shall not have anything for anybody. That is where the person becomes very greedy, possessive, and therefore isolates himself from everybody. When you are working out of happiness, satisfaction, you do it for others' sake. Why are you doing it? Kartavyamiti karomi. Because it's to be done by me, therefore I do it. Finish. Just like the nature in this universe. Mango tree does not eat a single mango. It produces because it has the capacity to produce, and others have the need to eat it. Human beings must come under the same principle. Why do you teach? Why do you do anything? Because I have the capacity to do. Others have the need. I can produce wealth. I have the capacity to produce wealth. Others have the need. I don't have to eat it. But that is what I can do. Therefore, I am doing it. The whole world will be benefited. Imagine few people do it. Think of it. In a family, does it not happen? There may be 7 members, 8 members, 10 members. One person earns, 10 people run. You have got 5 billion people in this world. 50 million people if they work. There are 5,000 million. 500 million people working. 5 billion people can be taken care. But no. Our trouble is me for me. That is why nothing is enough. If each person does it, because I have the capacity to do, others have the need, the world will be such a beautiful place. Think of it. And that is real service. Service is not, like political help. Political help means if you vote for me in United Nations, you will get this many dollars. What is religious nonsense? If you follow my God, my God or my belief, then I will give you the school or the hospital. I don't sell it. Understand? This is stinking. Do it. That's not service. Anyway, we have seen all that. Think. So, niti jigishatamasi asmi. Anything, principle that helps for a person to be successful and victorious in life, that is me. And the next one, maunam chaivasmi guhyanam. Among the secret, I am the silence. Can there be greater secret than silence? You want to keep your secret. What is the best way of keeping your secret? Don't talk. Some people say, their own secret, they can talk, keep it. They will go to their best friend, I'll tell you a secret. You mustn't tell anybody. See, you cannot keep your own secret. You think that man is going to keep it. Very soon you see it returns to you with a lot of spices. Because everybody tells everybody, I'm telling you, don't tell. 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 It comes back to you. Nobody tells nobody, but it has spread around the world. Mullah one day was working in his house. Then one fellow goes and says, Mullah, will you share with me this knowledge? Mullah says, this is a big secret. It's a big secret. He said, I am not going to tell anybody. You tell me. Like many people try to dig, There are some people cannot keep quiet. Some people are restless. The moment you say there is a secret, now they are restless. What is that? What is that? Again and again they will come back to that. What is that? Why are you desperate? But some people are like that. What to do? They are curious cats. They must know about it. He said, what is that? He said, Mullah, please tell me. What is the secret? And I am telling you, I will not tell it to anybody. He said, but I told you it's a secret. But I will not tell anybody. The other person says, he said, you are stupid. If I tell it to you, will it be a secret? Are you getting that point? If something is a secret, the moment you tell it, will it be a secret? Secret means should not be told. If it is told, what secret about it? Bhagavan says, I'm the biggest secret. Why? Maunameva asmi, silence. Truth is the biggest secret. No words can describe it. Each one will know, but you can't talk about it. When you stop talking, the person knows it. So you learn a lot. To know, you need not learn. You understand? It's so beautiful. You hear about it. To know, you need not hear. When you reach the goal, when you see yourself, you discover you have never left it. You are always there. That is yourself. That is why surprise, surprise, surprise. Wisdom is to discover not how wise you are, but what a fool you have been. And the day you discover what a fool you have been, you will never stop laughing. You have been stupid. Not necessary to talk about it. Like a fellow, one day is this smart fellow, Tenali Raman, wise man, Gopal, doesn't matter, whoever it is, one smart man. That is same story they would go on telling different people. These mullah stories now you read, most of the stories you see in our scriptures here and there, so many stories that passes on as this story, this religious story, Buddhist story, Hindu story, mullah story, Sufi story. But most of these stories are in the tradition, already going on for thousands of years. Of course, there are stories of different countries and continents. But when you listen to these stories about yourself, about the self-knowledge, self-thing, most of the stories are included in it. So with the same story you hear from different people or different names. Anyway, so one day the king was very worried. So the smart fellow goes and sees Maharaj, what happened to you? Why are you looking so worried? He said, this emperor has asked me to find out how many stars are in the sky. I have to keep count and give it to him. Because he wants to know. He doesn't want to lose a star. He said, I must count and give it to him. I don't know what to do. He said, no problem. I will solve the problem. Are you really sure? He said, yes, I can do that. But you give me some sheep. SHEEP, sheep. Give me, I will. So then, what is there? King can give any number of things. He gave you 100 sheep. Go. See, he taking them. And he was deliberately sitting down between the palace and the court. Somewhere on the road, when the king will be passing. Then he saw, the king as he was passing, saw a man standing right in the middle of the sheep. Very funny, touching one, touching that. He said, what is this fellow doing on the road? When they went near, curious, they went there. Then this fellow is counting the hair of the sheep. He is counting 2050, 2051, 2052. The king said, are you nuts? What are you counting it for? And why are you counting? Are you wasting your time? Can you count it? First thing, you cannot count it. And that hair in that his body is not going to run away. What are you counting it for? Then he said, no, I am counting it because there is a foolish king who has asked another person to find out how many stars are there. Because he doesn't want to lose a star. Everybody laughed. Then the king suddenly remembered he is the one who has asked. As if it is meaningless to count the number of the hair. It makes no difference. First thing, you cannot count, neither you are going to lose a hair of the sheep. What is the idea? Same way also. When you know that how foolish, Abba, good. Thereafter you don't do any foolish thing. Same thing in this knowledge. When you discover, wisdom means to discover how foolish I have been. Nothing belongs to me. I said it's all mine. Looking for happiness, I am the happiness. Looking for meditation, I am the meditation. Whatever I look for in here, that is what. Maunam sayvasmi. Talking so much, but in reality, the secret cannot be talked. Among all the secret, I am the silence awareness. Okay? That's why Dakshinamurti. Maunam Vyakhya. In silence he speaks. And the students all understand. Okay? Jnanam Jnanavatamam. Hey Arjuna, I am the knowledge of the Jnanam. Jnanam Jnanavatam. I am the knowledge of the knowledgeable. Jnani tu Atmaivatam. Wise man is myself. One who knows himself knows me. See that beauty? When you know yourself, you know everything. Why? It's like the wave knowing the water, he knows water everywhere. Samanya Jnanam, understand the difference always. When you know the clay in the pot, you know all pots are made up of clay. So when you know the clay, you know as well all the pots. But if you want to have that is Samanya Jnanam. That all the clays, all the pots are made up of clay is Samanya Jnana, general knowledge. Vishesha Jnana is knowing specifically about every pot, their shape, their size, their color. This specific knowledge doesn't exist for individual. Samanya Jnana, general knowledge for everybody. Consciousness here, consciousness there, everywhere. Who I am, who you are, who the universe is, everything one and the same. But special knowledge, my body, I will not know about your body. I don't know about the mountains, the volcanoes, the distant stars, whether there is a life in faraway galaxies. Not known. Only total mind can grasp it. That is why for individual to know it, extension of your eyes, put a satellite and put a Hubble telescope in space. Extension of your eyes. Put a radio telescope. Listen to the sounds of the universe. We need instruments. Ishvara, when his totality, being here, you should be able to know everything. That is why these days when some fellow claims, I'm the God, you don't have to produce any nonsense. Just tell, is there a life in some other planet? Can you find out a cure for AIDS or cancer? That will make you God. Simply don't produce things which can be transferred from one place to another place. Silly stuff. Read that book, Knowable Unknown. God is not, if you say you are a God, you don't transfer, you create. The difference between a God and another person is, for the human individual, we have limited power. If you say you are God, anything, kartum sakyam, akartum sakyam, anyathava kartum sakyam. He can do anything he chooses to do. Why is it necessary only to do that and produce things that are available in this world? You do like this on Rolex watch. Even the God also have a Rolex factory in the upstairs? Huh? Just you say, why you have to do all these things? Oh, they should fall. Why like this? Why downstairs? Huh? Oh, it should fall. Everybody should see it's coming. Anyway, I don't into that nonsense. Please appreciate this. When you say Ishvara, Jnanam, Jnanavatam, know yourself, you know Ishvara, know the truth of everything. But Vishesha Jnanam will not be there. You can say with this God, the truth here is truth everywhere. Who I am, who he is, who everybody is, same. But details will not be known because with one pair of eyes, you cannot see all direction. You see this way, I see this way, I see this way, you see that way. The totality sees in all ways. Ishvara. Please appreciate. But you be yourself with one body, one mind. And this body, part of Ishvara. Okay. Bhagavan now says, what shall I say? Read. Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tadaham arjuna natadasti vina yatsyat maya bhutam characharam nantosti mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa esha tuddeshata proktaha vibhuter vistaro maya. Hey Arjuna, what shall I tell you? Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tad aham. Whatever is the seed of everything in this universe, I am the seed. I am the truth. When he says I, listen carefully again and again. When he says I, your I also. I am the truth. You look for yourself. That is why contemplation. Can you do that for yourself? All your thoughts, listen carefully. All your thoughts have a beginning. Listen carefully. All your thoughts have a beginning. And if you see the beginning of your thought, the birth of your thought, the appearance of your thought, do you understand that you must necessarily be preceding the thought? To see the arrival of a person into this hall, you must be already existing. If you do not already exist in the hall, how do you see the arrival of somebody? to see the arrival of a thought. You must be already there, conscious. Long before you are conscious of a thought, first you are conscious, then only of a thought. Then it disappears. If you are aware of the departure of somebody, you survive. If you do not survive, how do you see somebody's departure? If you go before somebody leaving this room, that means you have not seen the last person. If you see the last person departing, that means you are the latest, the last. Who sees every thought of yours? Every action has a seed in a thought. Every engagement that you undertake, physically, sense organ-wise, has their seed in a thought. Every word you speak was a thought. Every movement that you make was a thought. And that thought has its seed in you. Without awareness, there cannot be a thought. Without your eyes, there cannot be a perception. If you are talking of a perception, you are talking about your eyes. If you say, I saw the mountain, even if you don't like, you are talking about your eyes. Eyes are unavailable. How do you say a mountain existing without your eyes being there? How do you say a mountain existing without your being there? So when you say other things are existing, you are automatically asserting your presence. Do you understand? But how do you lose ourselves? Huh? Everything we are talking about, but me is neglected. The moment you say, are you getting that point, please? The moment you say the world is existing, you are asserting yourself. We are talking about your thoughts. Are you not asserting yourself, the consciousness? How long it takes to switch your attention from the perceived creation to your sense organ? That long it takes to shift your attention from all your thoughts to yourself. Instantaneous, already existing. Sarvabhutanam bijam, and the seed of all the consciousness, without which nothing else existing. In that everything resolved. It's like in wave, listen carefully, in wave, in water, you resolve the waves. What wave? Yet all waves come out of it. In a stone, you resolve the statue. In the wood, you resolve the pillar. In consciousness, you resolve the whole universe, including yourself. That is why, as you are seeing it, you say it doesn't exist. That is the awareness. It's not to show off logics, but to see yourself, the wonderment that you are. At this moment, simultaneously with the body, yet bodiless awareness. With the thoughts, yet thought-free awareness. Yet all bodies, all thoughts, everything existing in me. Sarvabhutanam bijam. Natadasti vina tasyat maya bhutam characharam. Maya vina, without me. Characharam bhutam na asti. This mobile, immobile, entire universe doesn't exist without me being present. You are the presence, because of which everything is existing. Long before you assert the existence of something, Long before you even admit the existence of something, first you have to be there. Do you understand that statement? The moment you say the creation is, you are asserting yourself. But we don't do that. Creation is, oh, I am so helpless. You are helpless? Huh? Because you consider yourself as the body. When you say creation, should you not include your body? Come on. Can you say earth and me? Can you say body and leg? Can you say creation and me? If you say creation, your body is included. Your thoughts are included. And you can't escape being yourself. How long it takes? Understand? Maya vina. There is nothing other than me. As much God can say, that much you can say. That is why there is no question of your looking at a God, afraid of it. Ishvara. Ishavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat shivoham shivoham. Whatever you see is Ishvara. That is why everybody can say Shivoham Shivoham. I am the truth, the auspiciousness. Everybody. Nantosti mama divyana. Vibhutinam parantapa. Hey Arjuna, parantapa paran satrun tapeti. You are seeming to be very powerful, who can scorch your enemy. But hey Arjuna, please understand, my glory. Nantosti mama divyanam vibhutinam. Mama vibhutinam, divya vibhutinam, this divine glory of mine, this glorious existence of mine, inexhaustible, unending, never-ending expanse. Na antasti. How much can I describe? Esatu uttesata pukta. Because you asked me, I am telling you few things here and there. Vibhuti vistarasya. Vibhuti vistaro maya. Whatever maya uddeshata prokta. By just for your sake, because you asked me, I told you few things here and there. But in reality, there is no end to my description. Remember that verse. Asita giri samam syat kajjalam sindhu patre. Even if the goddess Saraswati herself starts writing with the biggest pen, with the best of the paper, in the biggest amount of ink, for the eternity, cannot write everything. Why? Remember, in 1 second, the whole universe changes. Can anybody record it? Do you think over it? You want your mind to be paralyzed? You must contemplate. Divinely paralyzed. Infinitely demolished with love and devotion. With such a mind, you can think, hey, he took out my book, you know. He's looking at me like this. Shut up. You understand? No, I'm not telling you a joke. See that. It's like the person who is worried about a kingdom. You come and tell him, you know, the tap is leaking. Huh? To the president of the country, you send a telegram. My tap is leaking. How do you feel? Your tap is leaking. Fix it. Then God, and the truth, Guru, tradition gives you knowledge of the absolute. You go there and tell him what? Can I pass my examination? Oh, true. That fellow is always looking at me. He's getting angry. Shut up. What I'm telling you, expand your mind. Not that these things not to be taken care of. It will be taken care of. It doesn't matter anymore. It just doesn't matter. Why? Happy with yourself. Seeing the glory of God. Uddeshata prakta. Just for sake of you asked, I'm talking. Hey Arjuna, in reality, read it, we shall see tomorrow morning. Yadyat vibhutimat sattvam Srimadurjitam evavam Tattadeva vagachatvam Mama tejonsa sambhavam. Just close your eyes. We shall see the last two verses are the cream of the chapter. We see tomorrow. Hey Arjuna, wherever you see any glory, listen to that. Wherever you see any glory, understand it's mine. It takes away the arrogance, pride from the individual. If you have a wonderful body, what is your contribution towards your wonderful body? If you have the intelligence, what is your contribution? Possibilities already existed. You discover a medicine, a planet or a star. There is nothing to take credit. It was already existing. You just discovered. All the possibilities already exist. Be grateful for the possibilities. Be yourself. Use all the possibilities in the universe. Eternally abiding in yourself. The meaning of the word I. Ahamatma sarvabhuta sastita. I am the self in all the beings. Adi cha madhyam cha antareva cha. I am the beginning, middle and the end. Endless existence.